What's up YouTube, this is Collect Pokemon, and today we are going to talk about a very special Japanese product. And you know, me being in Hong Kong, and basically from what you know that I'm in between the world of American English set and the Japanese set. So it's actually quite interesting to make a comparison between these two sets and to understand which will be a better type of investment, which will be a better buy, and you know, how do we prepare ourselves for pre-order. I've actually made a video earlier, but I haven't uploaded it, and that is to talk about the SS3 set, Darkness Ablaze. But the problem with that is that, you know, the new S3 Infinity Zone was released recently in Japan, and after looking at some cards and reviewing some of the cards, I'm having second thoughts on the Darkness Ablaze set. That's why I'm filming another video, which is this current video, to talk about another type of Japanese set first, before I have time to remake the other video to upload. So that's that. So today's video, we're gonna talk about another Japanese product that has been quite I mean, it kind of lost the hype already, but then there was a huge hype about it, and it is right here. What we call the black box. What black box is this? This is the limited collection battle set. So Pokemon card game battle set. Oh, let's just put it in front so I can take a screenshot. Oh, screenshot later. Oh, basically that's a huge reflection, but doesn't matter. So what about this set? Well, this set is quite an interesting set. Let's talk about history first. This set was released in 2019 December. It was pre-order. It started pre-ordering, I think, in October 2019. And it was only, or you could only order it through the Pokemon Center online website in Japan. And I think at most people can get 5 boxes from what I remember. Yeah, and the pre-order price was around $130 US, and plus shipping and everything else, that would cost you around like 140, 150. But that's that. Now the current card, I mean, actually, upon release, this set actually doubled in price. So it went from that 150 range to around 280, 300 kind of thing. So it almost doubled in price. So that was good. But after that, so it's been 6 months since its release. Is there any growth or is there any movement in this set? So far, not a lot. Even with the recent spike in Pokemon cards, we've seen that this box is only going around 350, 370 a box, which, to be very honest with you, it's quite a good deal. But the downside to this set is that the PSA 10 version of the Pikachu and the Alolan Friends, it's actually very hard to grade. The Alolan Friends, yeah, people, I mean, PSA just doesn't like giving it a PSA 10. Don't know why. I've inspected, like I've sent in like 5 cards. I've inspected all 5 sets. All the 5 cards, the Pikachu one got a PSA 10. All the Alolan Friends got like, what, PSA 9? Yeah, I couldn't tell like what's wrong with it. So that's the thing. So I have a feeling that in this set will, especially the PSA 10 version, will be quite expensive, which is being reflected in the current price. I mean, the PSA 10 of Alolan Friends is around 600 USD, where the whole box itself only costs around, you know, 370. So what it means is that even if you bought a sealed box and you send it off to PSA to grade, it is unlikely that you'll get a PSA 10. Does it mean that you should just simply buy a PSA 10? Well, I would just say wait 2 months or so, because PSA is, you know, working its way through all the PSA grading stuff, because a lot of the cards has been held back because of the virus. So yeah, I would hold on a bit. I will expect a bit of tracing on that PSA 10 Alolan Friends. But with that said, should you buy this box now? Well, honestly, I think that it's actually a good deal to buy this box now at around 370. The reason being that a lot of people are comparing this box with the Team Rocket set, the 20th anniversary Team Rocket box, which was released, I think, 2 years ago during that 20th anniversary season. That box was released, initial release was a similar price, but the price of that box is currently $3,700 USD per box. And there's no playmat in that box. There's no dice in that box. So yeah, in this box there's like dice and playmat and everything else. But in that box it was simply 2 promo cards, a coin, a deck box, and a deck sleeve, and a really nice looking briefcase. Whereas this one is a cardboard box, but inside it there's all these kind of goodies. So the question is, will this box, the current Battle Master set, rise in price so that it could eventually be compared to the Team Rocket set? The answer is no. I don't think it would. So, but it will go up definitely. But I just feel like it's not as special as the 20th anniversary. So the collectability will be a little lower. And I feel like the print run is slightly higher as well. So I don't think that it will reach that price. But this set will definitely go beyond $1,000, $2,000 US for sure. But it just won't reach as high and as quick as the Team Rocket set. So that's pretty much that. And I think that there's also one thing you need to note. For the Team Rocket set, we're not seeing a lot of eBay sales. We see people posting it on eBay, but there's not a lot of sold listing. That could mean 2 things. One is that, you know, the market is still trying to digest. It starts still trying to adjust that price. They're trying to understand that price. And I think it would take some time before it become a more acceptable price for the market. Whereas this one, everyone has reference. They know the price. So basically, if you buy one now, it's much easier to sell this box at, you know, $800 or something. That doubles the current value than if you buy a Team Rocket box hoping that would double. So like I always say, remember, Pokemon card investment is not about the actual amount you gain from that Pokemon set, but rather the percentage growth that you get. Okay? There's no point in buying a, you know, $55,000 Charizard PSA 10 first edition if you hold it for 10 years and it goes up by only 10% or 20%. It's, you know, as the card gets more expensive, the risk of buying and selling increases. You know, people will get very paranoid on eBay. People will get paranoid on everything, saying that, oh, is this gonna be a real card? Is this gonna be a fake card? And they're gonna say, oh, you know, there's this little dot on the box, and then they said, oh, I want to return this. But I'm like, you saw this box already. There's many photos. So the higher the price, the pickier people get, and when that happens, it makes selling a lot more difficult. So when you're investing, really keep that in mind. You know, do I want a big lump sum of money, or actually, am I willing to spend a lump sum of money to get back a lump sum of money, or should I just look at percentage growth? To be very honest, I would go for percentage growth because new sets are being pushed all the time. If you're just capturing all your money into these very few sets, it's very dangerous. It's very risky unless you really like it. So I think that one of my video, someone asked, I'm new to Pokemon, how do I start investing? You know, what's your recommendation? How did I start investing? Well, let me tell you the story. No, it's a brief story. I'll leave it to another video. But generally speaking, I started off very small. I knew that I was a collector. I knew that I liked Pokemon. I knew I had a passion for it. So I started buying cards, started collecting cards. And I realized that, you know, since I'm collecting the cards, instead of buying 1 copy, I bought 3 copies of each cards. So a lot of Pikachu, I bought 3 copies. Yeah, and what did I do with the other 2 copies? I sold them. So that the money gained from the 2 copies was able to cover for the collection copy that I kept. So that's how I started. So basically, it was very, very small scale. It was more like a, oh, you know, there's a Pikachu for $10, for example. I bought 3, so $30 bought them. Held on to it, and most likely 2 years later, 3 years later, I sold the other 2 for $50 each. What it means is that I gained a little bit of extra money, and the card that I collected was free. So that's how my mentality works, and I think that would be a very good start. I mean, don't go all in. Remember, investment for anything, don't invest like your life saving into it, okay? You know, invest only when you have extra dollars, when you have extra cash, because if you go all in or if you go too deep, when you need the money, you have to sell the cards. And when you sell that card in a rush, it's unlikely that you're gonna get a very good price on it. So I've seen way too many people saying that they have to sell off a card because, you know, the economy was not good, they need some money, you know, these sort of stuff. And that's how I acquire some of those cards. And I told the collectors, don't worry, it's likely that I'll keep the card. I'm not gonna resell it because chances are I like that card. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. So yeah. Let me know if you guys have any question. I will make another video talking about actually maybe step by step of how to actually start investing. I will put out or point out some cards that you guys might be interested in. So hopefully that would be a some video, because it's good to have some content. Let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see. That's Pokemon card, and I think that we are gonna have some Magic the Gathering Core 2021 booster and collector box opening very soon on this channel, so stay tuned. Basically, I mean, I mainly, my passion is in Pokemon, but you know, I do collect other cards too. I'll catch you guys in the next one. This is Collect Pokemon. Hit the like, subscribe, check out my Instagram, hit the bell. See you.